The Ghana Health Service says a total of 6 health workers have died from COVID-19 since the outbreak in Ghana 4 months ago. Director General of the service, Dr. Patrick Abuaji, at today's briefing on how Ghana is handling the pandemic, revealed that majority of health workers who were infected have now recovered, and the number of infections in the hospitals have significantly reduced. He attributes this to the provision of the needed logistics and PPEs.
With today's total cumulative count, as I always say, this is the total number of cases reported from the date we got the first case, which is the 12th of March. That comes about 26,125 positive cases. This cumulative figure includes about 10,465 cases, positive cases, from routine surveillance. That is the people who are sick and meet the case definition. Enhanced contact tracing, which are the contacts we follow, including at groups, contribute about 15,660 cases. We have so far conducted 39,491 tests since the beginning of our testing capacity. Of the 26,000 cases we have recorded so far, about 22,970 cases have recovered, which gives us a very high percentage that I will give you to go on. Our total deaths still remain 139, accounting for 0.53% of cases. Most importantly, the number of active cases, which is the cases that we are currently managing, the number that should be of concern to all of us, is the 3,716 cases, who are the people who are sick in our treatment centers, in isolation centers because they are asymptomatic or have a mild case, or under home management because they meet the definition to be able to stay at home. We have in our facilities, our treatment centers, 25 critical severe cases, 8 of them are critical, and 4 are currently on ventilator. Because we are not able to do a daily count of the cases we test, we do a 7-day average, which gives us the real averages, the number of cases per day as we move on. You can see that as at towards the end of June, there was a steep rise. But in the last 1 or so weeks, we've seen a decline. We only see the better picture when all the backlog, which we started clearing last week, is completed. But I still expect that the chart is not going to rise up, but it will still see a downward trend, maybe not in the way that we are seeing. We are reporting today a total of 695 cases, I would say new cases that have the result the labs have released. These cases span across almost a 3-week period, which is from the 12th of June all the way to the 12th of July, with a peak on the 24th, 25th of June this year. So the total number of new cases is 695, spanning over a period. We're hoping that by next week we would have been able to clear backlog and be able to give a real, within 48 hours data. Of the number of the new cases came from 52 districts and 7 regions across the country, which means that 9 regions did not report a case. Greater Accra accounted for 405 new cases from 17 districts. Most of the cases were from Iowa West, and that puts a clarification on the Iowa West. Iowa West was where we have the hotels for quarantine, and most importantly, that is where Nyaho tests are done, and they've been allocating that to the district, so they may be coming from other districts. On our system, we know the details, but from the software, that is, it gives us as if it's Iowa, so it's a hotbed, so it's not. That's why it's painted red. Ashanti reported 205 new cases. 19 districts of the 43 districts in Ashanti, with the majority of them coming from Kumasi Metro, Kwadaso, and Asitimampong. Eastern region had 36 new cases from 6 regions. Most of them came from Kwahu South. Western region had 16 new cases from 2 districts, mainly from Takwa and Swaim. Volta region reported 16 new cases, 5 from 5 districts. Western North, 16 cases from 2 districts. Upper West, 1 case from Lambusie, and so 9 regions did not report any case. These are Central, Upper East, Northeast, Western North, Savannah, Hafo, Northern, Oti, Bono, and Bono East. These were the regions, minus Western, the Western North should not put there. They are the ones that reported cases. If you go into further details, as mentioned, in Greater Accra, Ayawaso West was the highest, but as explained, it's because of the location of the lab. Greater Accra Metro reported 46, Adentan 46, Korle 45, Ladi Kotipon 41, Tema reported 39. Mind you, these, like I said, are not recent cases. Some of them are coming from the backlog. But because of contact tracing, we need to be able to show and see those who have been exposed. Eastern region reported 6 cases from Kowa from Plain South, 1 from there, Abuakwa 1. New Jabin, that's Kofodia North, reported 8, Kowa from Plain 6, Kowa South 11, and Kowa East 8. West region 16 came from Takwan Shayim, that's 16, and Wasa East 3. The 1 case from Upper West came from Lambusia, as I mentioned earlier. Volta region reported 16 cases, 4 from Ho. North Town reported 4, Central Town 3, Afaja 2 South 2, and Ko 1. Of the 205 cases from Ashanti region, Kumasi Metro reported 53, Kwadaso 31, Asante Mampong 24, Asukwa Municipal 14, Asante Akim 13, Achuma Wabija 12, Okrum 10, and Swami 10. So basically in that order, so that the largest came from this district that I've mentioned. Upper East, Northern, Northeast, OT, Western North, OT, Bono, Savannah, Bono East, and Ahafo did not report any case. Western North reported 16 cases from 9 from Yoso, and 7 from BBNE, Anyuaso required. So the next chart will show, as usual, the number of cases that came in from in the graphical formats here. Yes. So the chart, the map on the left shows you the cumulative cases, as I've mentioned already. And the map on the right is giving you the regions, the active cases. You can see that Upper West, Upper East has no active case. Northeast has 1. Savannah 6 active cases. Northern region is reporting 94 active cases. Bono East 8. Bono 5. Ahafo has some recent news. We have about 80 active cases. Ashanti has 472 active cases out of the 5,000 cases reported since the beginning of the outbreak. Eastern has 101 active cases. Central region has 255 active cases, with Greater Accra leading with 2,460 active cases. So in terms of the distribution, the hotspots remains the same. Greater Accra contributes around 55% of all the positives ever reported. Ashanti 21, Western 8.4%, with Central coming with 4.3% of the total cases confirmed. We still have the same hotspots, and these are always shown to allow people to see that we need to be more cautious. We need to abide by the protocols, etc., to be able to look at that. We have the similar map in Ashanti that also shows the same areas of hotspots. Not much. Based on the new additions, we can still see that the same areas that we are having challenges that continues to have. You can see the next chart just gives us the active cases which are already gone through. You can see that of the 300,716 active cases, the majority are in Accra and Kumasi. And we have about 2 regions that currently have no active case at all.